Hi, I'm Jay Michaels, and today I'm going to go over an arrangement on guitar that I came up with for the song What a Fool Believes by the Doobie Brothers, written by Michael McDonald and Kenny Loggins. How this came to be is the other day a fellow had contacted me after seeing a video that I put up during this quarantine. My wife and I have a duo called Jay and Kat that we were around Burbank and other parts of the valley and in Los Angeles. Somebody wanted to hire us for all yacht rock songs. Coming from the Steve Lukather school of don't ever say you can't do this. Fake sick, do whatever you gotta do, but don't ever say you can't do it. Well, obviously, I'm no Steve Lukather, but I'm not going to turn down a gig either. My wife and I regularly play with just guitar and us both singing to backing tracks. There's no keyboard player. And this is primarily a keyboard song, and a keyboard song that's in C sharp. So initially I was going to pull my hair out, but I thought, we'll figure this out. The thing is about this song, it's brilliant. It comes from the Brian Wilson Los Angeles School of Songwriting, which has seamless transitions between sections, where one section might be in one key and one section's in another, but it doesn't have the typical go to the 5 chord and jump to the next key. It's not obvious, but it sounds wonderful together. Other songwriters such as Christopher Cross, Michael McDonald did this, and then Diane Warren, of course, that wrote so many great big movie hits, was a master at this. So don't let it intimidate you, you just got to break it down. I use a capo to do this in the original key of C sharp or D flat that you may. For this video, I'm going to take the capo off though to make it simple, and we'll just do it in C, to have a C mindset, which is really easy on guitar. Doing the arrangement this way is not going to be as if you were playing with a full band like the Doobie Brothers. There's some videos I've seen of this where they did this on Saturday Night Live in the late 70s, and the guitar player is going to play a lot less if there's a keyboard player. But this is good if you're doing a setup where you have a cajon and a bass player and a vocalist, say like a trio or something. If you add a piano to that mix, you're going to have to play less. But I'm trying to cover the keyboard part and capture the essence of the song. There's a lot of other things on YouTube that go into exact ways of playing songs the way they are on a record, which are all great, and you can become a clone, but the key is you play it in time and you play it in tune, you're going to move people. I start off, I have the backing track on, I made the backing track, copied the bass that Tyrone Porter originally played and the drums of John Hartman and Keith Knudsen, what they played. I start off with the intro and I just take simply the top part of a C chord. You got a C chord right up here. Here's your C chord down here. You take that up an octave. I'm just taking the top 2 notes of that. I start there. So basically you drop down to the 10th fret on the E string, 12th fret on the B string, then you follow that with the 8th fret on the E string and 10th fret of the B string. I'm just mimicking the synthesizer melody. The second half of the intro, I play the melody, and it's simply out of your C major pentatonic scale. Yeah, it's basically just a C major pentatonic scale that I'm picking this melody out of. See? Your C major chord right there. 5th fret across. Taking the top of that. Like that. Now, I'm just doing a hybrid picking sort of thing where I'm holding the pick in one hand and picking with the other with my fingers. I'm picking the bass note with the pick and the other note with my fingers. If you want to do it with just your fingers and no pick, that's fine too. It doesn't really matter what makes it comfortable, but the thing of it is about doing this broken up chord kind of thing, it simulates the piano. So then we'll progress into the verse section. And what you're starting on is you're starting on a 4/5 chord, which would be the F, simply an F chord, and you thumb the G and the bass, right? So basically that's simple. You start with the F, G and the bass, hold the F chord, slip the thumb down to the F note. So it's an F chord. And then the next chord is a C chord, but you have the E in the bass. He came from somewhere back in long ago. Like that. Alright? And then it quickly shifts to the A minor chord. So you've got alright? Next chord is just a simple D minor chord open. Then you've got the walk up in the bass. Open E, thumb on the F, then back to the F chord with the G in the bass. D minor, open E, F, F with the G in the bass. Actually, I don't hit the full F chord here. A D minor, E in the bass, F quickly with the thumb, and back to the F with the G in the bass chord. Then you go just to your straight A minor 7 chord. Then the next chord's a little trickier. It's a transition chord. It's a A flat 7 with a sharp 11. Really easy. It's not as hard as it looks. You take your middle finger and put it on the 4th fret of the E string. Then you'll be muting the A string with that. Then your ring finger will come over and catch the 4th fret on the D string. Then your pinky will hit the 5th fret on the G string. Then your index finger is the 3rd fret on the B string. Then you're back again to the F with the G in the bass. So far we have
Sentimental forgets, he tried hard to recreate what I get.
should get my wife to sing this because this is not really a good song for me to be singing, but sentimental fools, sentimental fools, sentimental fools don't see. All right, let me try that again. The next part, there's a couple of climbs into this chorus, a couple of pre-choruses in this song. It's a fairly complex song writing wise, but that, again, that's why it's so brilliant, because it all fits together so seamless, which is the hardest thing to accomplish. It's hard enough to play this song, but can you imagine writing this thing? Genius is writing, right? Okay, when you get to this first pre-chorus, you're just going to strum through it. He had a place in this life. She never made her think twice. See, I told you that I shouldn't be singing this ever. So basically, you had your just basic bar A minor 7 chord, take it down a step to a G sharp minor 7 or A flat minor 7, whichever you want to call it. Then you're doing the suspended chord here into the G7. See, I told you, I shouldn't sing this, but I'm going to try and help you. The second half of this pre-chorus, or if you want to call it the second pre-chorus for that matter, you're going to start on a simple D minor chord. Open D minor. As he rises to her apology, anyone else will surely know. Okay, so D minor. Again, there's that F with the G in the bass, with your thumb holding over. Then just a C major 7 chord, open. Then here's the wild one, is the B flat diminished 7, which is not nearly as hard as it sounds. All it is basically an open A7 chord with a B flat in the bass, right? So you just have that B flat there just for a second. All right. I really like this part. This is our favorite part of the song. That's what you know. He's watching her go. It's got a tension going into the chorus. It really gives it a lift. So I guess it's really like a third pre-chorus, or the third part of the pre-chorus, right? So basically I mute this back here. Then I'm adding this D note. The next chord is the same thing, but you're adding this F sharp with your thumb. He rises to her apology. Anybody else would surely know. He's watching her go. And the chorus just skates into a simple F minor 7 chord, and I'm adding a B flat note up here with my pinky, which is the 3rd fret of the G string. Then you go into a B flat 11, which is just your index finger barred across the 1st frets. And I still pedal that back and forth on that B flat. then you head up to an E flat major 7 chord. And right there, I break that up where I kind of mute again with the right hand. So this, so the pinky on the E flat major 7, which is on the 8th fret of the B string, I lift that off. To get the melody, I drop it down to the 8th fret on the G string. And you don't even have to be that exact with it. You can kind of mute it and go in and out of it, so you get the soul from it that way. Tripped up, I'm in the original key with the capo on. But for teaching it, head down to the C minor 7, the E major 7, and I add those bass notes there. Then I add the bass notes in to get right back into the verse. Yeah, basically then the verse again. So basically, after you break each one of these sections down, it'll become a lot easier. But I suggest play it with your metronome slow. You can get a metronome, just type it into your iPhone, your Android, whatever you have, online metronome. It's right there. It's really boring. You hear music teachers, and I don't consider myself a music teacher, but you always hear them tell you to play with a metronome, and I would encourage you that, because a musical idea, no matter how simple or how complicated it is, If you play it at a steady tempo from the heart, it's going to move people. If you play it out of time and just chaotic, fast or slow, it's only going to mean something to you. It's not going to translate to your audience. So I'd encourage you to watch the Jane Cat version of this to put it all together. I might have missed a few things here, but hopefully that'll show you a little bit more about how to play this. Again, this is great for a small setup. If you've got acoustic or electric guitar and a cajon, maybe a bass player, somebody singing, maybe a sax player or something like that, it works really good. If you want to play this just like the Doobie Brothers, you're going to have to go for a different arrangement. Hope that gives you a few ideas to maybe do it your own way and build on this. Thank you.